today as Muhammad Ali, my hero. At 6'3", Ali was a true champion boxer with a unique fighting style. One of his most famous quotes before each match was, "I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee." Around the time that Ali punched his way into professional boxing history in the early 60s, I was trying to develop my own style, hosting That Was the Week That Was for the BBC. But our attacks were verbal and came in the form of humour.
The royal barge is, as it were, sinking. Now the Queen, smiling radiantly, is swimming for her life.
Muhammad Ali was a champion boxer, but even so, he wasn't invincible. Later bouts with the likes of Britain's Henry Cooper literally knocked the great man off his feet. In 1964, Ali's next bout was with the world champion, the rather fearsome Sonny Liston. This hugely promoted fight nearly never happened because of concern about Ali's then conversion to Islam. It was to be his last fight as Cassius Clay. But Muhammad Ali, boxing champion, was born.
Muhammad Ali, he floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
It was then in 1967 that I had the first of several opportunities to interview Muhammad Ali. In the ring and in his prime, Ali defended his world heavyweight champion title a staggering 9 times. Ali was also banned from boxing because of his refusal as a pacifist to fight in Vietnam. It took him 3 years to win an appeal. He returned to the ring in 1970 to fight the likes of Joe Frazier and George Foreman. The Ali versus Foreman fight was held in Zaire, where it was dubbed the Rumble in the Jungle. It was also where I got my next opportunity to interview Ali, and I went to his training camp and went into the ring with him.
And he shall be known as officially as the Mummy. The Mummy.
And why the Mummy?
Because he fights. When he's fighting, if you ever watch him in the ring, he drags like that after his opponent. When you're fighting a mummy, you just keep a step ahead of the mummy. See? Yeah, just move on the mummy. No, mummy, I'm over here. No, mummy, I'm over here. Yeah, no, you're moving too fast. The mummy don't move that fast.
Many claim that some of those later fights would have been better not having taken place because they'd taken such a toll on his health. In 2003, I was to interview him again, probably in one of the last interviews he'll be able to give. By now, of course, I thought of him more as a friend than an interviewee. Do you think that the Parkinson's that you've got was caused by boxing?
There's 1 million people with Parkinson's. They don't box.
Your mind is just as good, isn't it?
My mind is better.
This is a very treasured possession, given to me back in December 1974 by Muhammad Ali. He writes here to David Frost from Muhammad Ali, and the quote reads, "The man who views the world at 50 the same way he viewed it at 20 has lived and wasted 30 years of his life." Well, that's certainly not true of Muhammad Ali. For the past 30 years, he's been an inspiration to young and old around the world. God bless him.
Unbelievable film. I thought, what is there left to say about Muhammad Ali? And you found it. What I find intoxicating about it is actually the sense of humour. You're never sure whether he's taking everything seriously, yet you know he is, but it's devastating. There's that smile at the corner of his lips.
That's right, and he's got those various phrases that through the years he's had as catchphrases, like when he wants to lighten up an interview, "You're not as dumb as you look," he'll say.
Yeah.
You know, and he's used that line 1,000 times in addition to his genuine ad-libs. And I mean, and the grace of it all. I remember right at the end of, near the end of his career, one really successful fight was with Spinks, and he had such grace and everything and someone commented afterwards, "There's no justice in the world. Why is it that the blacks have all the natural rhythm when it's the Catholics who really need it?"
Incredible interview, but of course